Camera's the wrong way around.
Oh.
Around. God, I went all Jonathan Ross there for a minute. Camera's the wrong way around. Jonathan Ross. Jonathan Ross. Somebody's busted out the Christmas sweets in here already, I see.
Possibly.
No, definitely. That's before we go proper live on the radio, opposed to live on YouTube. Anyone can tell there. That's Quality Street right there. That is Quality Street, people.
Yes, I just after getting a message in there from Dave asking me to come in here. So I don't know if he's wondering am I here or he's wondering am I here because there's an issue that needs to be sorted.
Okay, so will I stop going live?
No, I'll leave it off, although I can't see the thingy on our page.
It'll be on YouTube.
Ah, right, I'll explain.
And then you share from YouTube to the Facebook.
Right, grand.
Unless we start doing this on Twitch as well. Because there is a wrestling category on Twitch. Outside of wrestling games. If anyone's watching, let us know. One person's watching.
Yay!
Hello, one person. How are you? The actual wrestling side of the conversation will start soon, don't you worry. Christmas traffic had us all delayed getting the show starting, so I'm sure they're wondering. Fuss is going on. This is unusual for the YouTubers. They don't usually get to see this. Me standing up.
Oh yeah, cool. No, we're good to go.
Okay. You got the link in there as well?
Yeah, I did. I multitasked.
Nice. I always like when you I give up.
I don't, because normally it all goes horribly wrong. Well, with the exception of one specific activity. I'm rather good at multitasking when it comes to that, but that's not applicable right now.
Oh. If anybody on YouTube fancies donating some chairs to Limerick City Community Radio, feel free. I also meant to bring my own headphones. Also, if anyone on YouTube feels like donating headphones to Limerick City Community Radio, that would also be good.
Actually, it would. That was part of the stuff that got brought up in the meeting that we had on Tuesday, Wednesday, one or the other.
Dear radio station, the reason they are called headphones is because they customarily rest upon your head.
It's not that, it's the fact that headphones keep getting broken and no one actually says anything about it. So there's actually a box of broken headphones out there in the I've forgotten the word. Reception. There we go.
Just take a look at them, see if we can fix anything. I feel I should join in on the intro this week.
Okie dokie. I'm just going to slap it up on our pages and then we shall be good to go. And let us but not friggin' least. Come on, you motherfucker.
I share it on my page as well.
I'll read it.
God bless you.
I doubt it.
I never nodded as to which deity I was on about specifically.
This is true, I suppose.
Yeah.
Huh. Come on, Dionysus.
I was going to say it could have been our good old god, Cthulhu.
I don't know if that would be a blessing.
Well, I feel you'd be okay if he was impressed.
Maybe. I might be able to.
And I would hope that by proxy I would be okay. They're much more entertaining as a duo.
Yeah.
I might keep the two of them.
Can't get rid of one of them. Need to get one in there as well.
They're like the Young Bucks Funko Pops. They just don't look right standing on their own.
You're a Rick and Morty fan, yes?
I am a Rick and Morty fan.
They have mystery boxes of Rick and Morty figures inside the Smiths. They do mystery boxes of everything. Apparently it's part of
Christmas.
Well, that's where they. What the frack?
It's okay.
It's Dave. Dave is popping about. I was going to say it's part of like Minecraft or some boxology like that, I think. I don't know. All I know is that they're little boxes and you have no idea what's in them. Boom. Voltron line and one cap in the yellow line, and it's like the old 80s Voltron where you can actually get them separately and stick them all together.
Right.
I think it's cool.
It is cool. Actually, show us.
Okay.
Okay.
Talks.
With the mic lead. Check the mic.
Yes,
Right.
It's good.
You good? Okay.
Hit and record.
Radio.
Hello and welcome once again to another edition of Kayfabe OrDie. Well, technically the last edition of Kayfabe OrDie for 2018.
No. There's the Christmas party with the
Radio show, right?
Oh, it's the last radio show one. Yes.
I'm the Giz. That's Johnny Deadly, my partner in crime.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Well, yeah, only if we get caught and we get away with stuff. Yeah, okay, so we're just going to kick straight into things the way we normally do. And to be perfectly honest, this week was...
A very acceptable week in wrestling.
Yeah, I have a couple of issues that tie into why it was acceptable, kind of ish.
Yes.
For those that didn't see, this week's Monday Night Raw started off with Seth Rollins in the ring, calling up Baron Corbin and basically giving him flack for the fact that Raw has...
Seth Rollins fell asleep on a Sunday night. He was possessed by the voice of the people by Monday and then walked out into the ring. And they also changed his theme tune, which was really cool. It was a lot more burn it down than normal.
Yeah, they're really trying to sell that whole burn it down. You know?
Well, I think it was because he was like, you know, it was a whole damn the man thing. So that like the loop of burn it down was applicable storyline wise.
Yeah, maybe. But in this case, Seth Rollins calls out Baron Corbin and then just starts giving him endless amounts of flack for the fact that Raw has sucked balls in Gettysburg Hell for the last...
I believe the word that could be used was guff. A lot of guff was given.
It was, yeah.
It was guff and strong.
Now, here's the thing, and I know you loved that segment, and I know...
I thought it was great.
Yeah, and it...
Mostly because it was Rollins, and he's really good. He's good promo. Anyway.
Maybe it's just me, but once again, it just seemed like a knee-jerk reaction. We were getting all this grief from people reviewing our shows, and we were getting all this grief from people, from the ratings dropping drastically.
Dramatically.
Yeah, it's more than dramatically, it's more than drastically, it is dramatically.
Yeah. No, I'm okay with word convergence, dude.
It was accidental, but anyway.
Word virgins.
It just, all of this crap and all of this negativity gets dumped at Corbin's feet, and...
Yes, but they... What's the name of the show?
Monday Night Raw?
No, what's the name of our show?
Kayfabe OrDie?
Kayfabe OrDie. So, in Kayfabe, Corbin does the booking. So, like, storyline-wise, it made total sense.
Okay. I know why they were doing it.
As I said, it does throw an odd curveball, though, because it's like, I know that it's not, this isn't what happened. They just effed up for 3 weeks in a row, pretty much.
But this is what...
But it does make you like, I wonder, did they just storyline 3 crap weeks just to get to this Rollins...
To me, honestly, it felt like, no, they didn't. They actually had 3 weeks of crap.
Yeah, no, they totally did. Because if you were going to build to that, you would never have brought Dean Ambrose out in a Bane cosplay, ever.
But even, like, it's like this is just them kind of realising, oh, we done messed up, and now everyone's narky. So if we don't address it ourselves, they'll keep doing it themselves. So what do we do?
I think they handled it well. Because, like, Corbin loves heat, so... like, he loves heat. Corbin's not happy unless someone's giving him shit, and he's giving him shit back.
Yeah. It just felt to me less like we're going to try and improve things, and more like, yeah, we know we fucked up. Rather than just improve things, we're going to make it seem like we were actually deliberately messing up.
What I liked about it was it showed how drastic the situation got. That when Rollins the heel is defending,
Rollins isn't a heel.
Sorry, Rollins the super face is defending the Revival, who are 2 super heels.
Yeah.
That he's just like, it makes no sense, and it was like agreed, totally.
Yeah.
The only thing that could have spoke from the voice of the people, the only thing that could have spoke from the voice of the people more is every time they come out, Corey Graves makes sense, and if Corey Graves makes sense, there's something wrong. There's something wrong with the world.
Oh, Becky tore him apart.
Oh, I saw that. Hey, he handled it well.
He did. I liked how she called him Heenan Light.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, I didn't see that bit of the tweet. Oh.
Are you kidding? That was the one beat, the one part that stuck in my head.
I just the light. I saw the Heenan bit. The light bit went. Oh. Ow.
Well, actually, to be perfectly honest,
it's a semi-compliment, but it's also an insult because like if he was doing as good a job as Heenan, he wouldn't be Heenan Light.
True. But then again, even having that much of a reference to Bobby the Brain is still a good thing.
No, I'd take it as a win.
Yeah.
I'd take it as a win.
But anyway, like we were originally saying, you're right. I mean, anytime that you and I end up being on the side of the heel commentator, when the entire crowd.
Yeah. And I'm not saying, like, Corey Graves, it's like, I know you and I used to joke about with the whole shut up Graves thing, but like,
in
over
NXT,
the last,
he has gotten way better in Raw.
over the last 12 months, Corey Graves has become the only one of them that can commentate. Sorry, I had another word I was going to use, but then I was like, no, that's actually the sentence. He's the only one that can commentate, that's it.
I think that's because the rest of them are. I think
Michael Cole's, Morrow and,
they're on NXT. NXT is always proper.
because Michael Cole's just turned into a one-line.
He always was.
Yeah, I know, but like it's really noticeable now when you have someone who actually talks, and then Renee is, God bless her, just trundling along with whatever the fuck they're thrown into her ear.
You can see that she's able to throw out her own stuff every now and then.
I'd imagine she has to call an audible here and there, going,
Yeah.
that just makes no sense.
or a response to something Graves might have said off the top of his head.
Yeah, because like.
Anyway, we're getting.
I think it actually shows how unprepared they were for a female commentator. it's just like the scripting. It's like just give her coach's lines. But if you just keep giving her coach's lines, that makes her lady coach, and people didn't like Coach, being the reason that he was crap. And it was crap dialogue and crap scripting. At least when it was Booker T, it wasn't scripting. It was just Booker T being crazy old man Booker. You know, it was literally.
And all of us sitting there waiting for the inevitable that would happen when Graves.
You could tell it was old. You could tell it was old man Booker as well, because you could see Graves had an earpiece in. You could see Michael Cole had an earpiece in, and you could see Booker was obviously like, I don't like this earpiece.
I don't need, man. I
don't need myself. I will kick you clean in the back of the head, son.
Yeah, you will, but what's that got to do with commentary? But,
everything.
Anyway, getting back on point to this week's Raw. Like I said, started off with Rollins coming out, and Corbin, from a certain point of view, I think gets scapegoated, and they lay all of the badness about Raw over the last couple of weeks at his feet. And then, to be fair, they take that little ball that they just made and they run with it.
Yes, they do.
By turning Corbin into completely the heel that, if AJ Styles was the face that runs the place, then Baron Corbin is the heel that grinds you into the dirt and makes your ratings disastrous.
The heel that grinds the steel.
I know it probably should have rhymed, but frag it.
Well, it has to, because face that runs the place. And all of that. You know. Speaking of AJ Styles, I can't wait to talk about SmackDown, because, oh my God, Daniel Bryan's bit of the promo about AJ Styles. Oh my God, it was so good.
Anyway, that bit with Rollins, Corbin threatens to put Rollins through hell after TLC.
Yeah.
And Rollins retorts with...
Why do you want to wait till TLC? Why don't you put me through hell now?
In one of the biggest, how can I put this, attempts at grabbing ratings WWE have tried to do in a while.
We got a TLC match on Raw for the first time. 6 years, I believe, is what they said.
Yeah.
Which was magical.
To be honest, they set it up in the very first place. They put all the badness at Corbin's feet. And then they attempt to get the crowd to stay tuned in by telling them that if they wait till the third hour, they get this TLC match.
Yeah. Which that didn't work. Well, no, it didn't, because they've had the lowest ratings ever. So it actually, I wasn't making a comment. I was throwing out facts. It did not work.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because it turns out 3 crap weeks of booking and one pretty acceptable tables, ladders and chairs match, I would say. Doesn't balance.
Yeah. Now, just briefly, one of the opening matches, and this is one that had me scratching my head, genuinely, right?
Yeah.
Glorious Gable, which is, Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. I'm calling them that. I don't give a frack. Okay, I'm calling them Glorious Gable until everyone else realizes that's...
Why don't you call them Roodable?
No. It doesn't make as much sense, and it doesn't rhyme as well. Glorious Gable?
Roodable?
Anyway, they were going up against Authors of Pain for a title shot.
And Drake Maverick. It was a 3-on-2. I know that doesn't count as a 3-on-2.
No, here's what annoyed me. Didn't they lose their title shot last week?
Yes, they did. I very, very specifically remember because Gable got mangled in the back.
Yeah.
Bobby Roode was having a match against. Yes, that was. Yeah, Bobby Roode was having a match against Drake Maverick for a title shot.
Yeah.
And then before he got a chance to pin Drake Maverick,
Corbin turned it into a 3-on-2
match, and then OAP came down, pulling out of the ring and did what OAP did.
See, this is my point.
Sorry, AOP. OAP being a whole different brand of people.
I don't have a problem with Glorious Gable getting a title shot. Far from it.
I don't.
I have an issue with, okay, why did they lose their title shot last week and now without anyone even referencing that fact?
This is the thing with Raw, and it's one of the reasons that people lose the ratings are that they lose track of their storylines. And they also, which they've done for years, but it's just been way more noticeable in the last 5, I will say, off the top of my head, that they seem to think we have the memory spans of goldfish.
No, we don't. Trust me, we don't.
We actually don't. It's the same with the what's the fucking story with Ember Moon and Nia Jax? They were bloody mates in September, then they were still kind of mates in the middle of October, and then by the end of October they hated each other.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, but you beat up Ronda Rousey. In a match. I was supposed to. I don't get what the problem is. I didn't beat you up. I should probably turn the mic this way, so.
Yeah. Speaking of weird things in the women's wrestling, Natalya came down to the ring and cut a promo about Ruby Riott, which basically amounted to she's sad that Ruby Riott is a bitch with no respect for anyone. And she gets interrupted by Ruby Riott, who unveils a lovely table with
Jim the Anvil, Ironheart.
Neidhart,
sorry.
And says how she wants Natalya, she's going to help Natalya get closer to her.
I did like the line of, I know I'm not going to be invited over to the Hart's family Christmas this year, so I thought I'd just give you your present now. That was a good line.
It was.
Unfortunately, the minute that line came out, I went in my head, that was a really good line. Oh shit, I know what's going to happen next. And then the thing came down and I was like, bad taste central.
Yeah.
Bad taste. That man isn't dead in the ground 3 months?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. It's not even 3 months. It was September, wasn't it?
Look, at the end of the day, the whole Shield thing just...
Like he's a wrestling goddamn legend.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I don't think it was in good taste because as good as an actress as Natty is in the ring, she was physically choked up when she was talking about her dad in the promo. And I think it was legit choked up. And then she has to see her dad. I don't know.
Here's the thing, right? And from a story point of view, I can see what they're trying to do. And from a story point of view, as long as everyone's cool, and let's face it, right? If there was anyone that would be cool with it, it would be the Hart family that are 3 fucking generations in the business.
Yeah, but also, if you look...
I'm just saying, no, all I'm saying is, right, I think they would be alright with using it as a plot point. I don't think it's been used well. I understand what they were trying to do, and unfortunately, I just don't think they're pulling it off properly.
Here's the thing. It's also what the whole feud is about. It's stupid. It sounded so stupid when she was in the ring, and I get sentimental value is a big thing to people, but it sounded so goddamn stupid in the ring, where literally the line that she said was, whatever reason, blah blah blah, we're having the feud, blah blah blah, because she broke my goddamn dad's sunglasses. And I was just like, that sounds absolutely thick.
It does.
That's it's the stupidest.
This is what I mean by how they're...
It would have made more sense if they just had her giving her crap about her dad being dead the whole time.
Yeah.
Or another good angle could be, because Natty's a lot older than a lot of the girls on the roster. You're getting over the hill now.
Maybe it's time you started
you should start. Yeah, maybe it's time you started going down your dad's route.
Or they could take it the tag team way of things. The Hearts, the Hart Foundation was supposed to be the greatest tag team of all time. Have Ruby Riott come out and basically say the Hearts weren't all that.
Yeah. We're not all that in the bag of chips, buddy.
But approach it from that point of view. If they want to build a storyline around Ruby having absolutely zero respect for the legacy that Jimmy Anvil Neidhart and Bret Hart and fucking the Hart Foundation, Owen Hart, if they want to have her ridicule that, then there's a much better way of going about it.
There's several better options.
They could still have Natalya being as passionate in her promos as you were saying, because that's the one thing that apart from the what she's saying is crap, how she's saying it is not. That's the only way I can put it.
Well, that's why I said it was like the whole storyline angle as to why this thing kicked off is stupid.
Yeah.
Absolutely stupid. Number one, because we know they didn't let her smash her dad's glasses because they would have sold those before they let her smash them.
True.
I'm not wrong, by the way. They would have.
Well, inevitably we have a tables match between Ruby Riott and Natalia at TLC.
Where we all know that there's going to be a table with Jim, if not several.
Yeah.
We should make him Jim the Anvil Woodback.
Okay. Next up, we had Drew McIntyre in the ring.
This was great.
It was, because he completely and utterly denigrates Dolph Ziggler, and then Dolph Ziggler comes out to defend himself, and then it's kind of like, you know what? Last week I took it easy on you. This week, nah, forget it. Let's go.
I loved the line in Ziggler's little promo early on in the show where he said McIntyre's biggest mistake was pretending I was Finn Balor and not remembering that I'm Dolph Ziggler. Yeah. I was like, this is why this guy should be getting proper shots, because he can talk on the mic. He's very good on the mic and he's very good in the ring.
Honestly, it's probably why they keep him around it's probably why they keep him around the mid-card level, just because he's so good. If you have a really good person in the mid-card, it can help sustain the rest of the roster just by,
Yeah.
It doesn't let things wane,
Yeah. McIntyre came out anyway, and he basically, instead of doing the I lost and I'm angry thing, he did what any smart warrior did, where he comes out and goes, everybody loses sometimes.
Yeah.
The thing to do is realise that you're going to lose sometimes
and
not let it happen.
It's not about losing, it's about how quick you get back up and continue fighting.
It's just like, hell yes. It was nearly a face promo until he went back to Drew McIntyre.
To a degree, yeah.
To a degree.
And then we just had a really, really good match.
Yeah. McIntyre and Ziggy Pops came out and kicked the Jesus out of each other again, and it was great.
Next up,
the speed he hit him with the Claymore at the end of the match was astonishing.
Yeah.
Because I thought a guy that size needed the ring run up to get the height, but it was literally 2 steps and his boot was in Ziggler's face.
Well,
unbelievable.
He's big enough that he can cover the distance in 2 steps.
Yeah, no, but I meant like speed wise, that he needed to get mass. But regardless, he defies gravity and physics. It's fine. Boosts everywhere.
Next up, we had Raw's edition of the Mixed Match Challenge is still a thing, despite the fact that none of the competitors are what started off in this tournament.
Yeah, literally no one. Miz and Asuka.
Maybe, yeah.
Are they still in it?
Yeah, they are. No,
they're not, because Asuka's in the main event at TLC.
Yeah. This week we had Bayley.
Oh no, Carmella and
Truth.
Carmella
and Truth again. This week we had Bayley and her new partner Apollo Crews.
Yeah, because Finn Balor's sick.
Yeah. Well, Apollo was backing up Bayley as she took on Alicia Fox, who was backed up by Jinder Mahal and the Singh brothers.
Yeah.
I
like when she comes down and bosses the Singhs around. It was very funny. Hold my hat.
We're not going to get into what runs through my head when I'm.
Yeah. It's also funny because she's actually a monster compared to the two of them. She's about a foot taller than both Singh brothers. It's hilarious.
2 of them are tied up in a dungeon and she's just there with a whip.
It's hilarious. The lady with the best fisherman's suplex.
Yes! That is a fucking thing of beauty. She is up on her tiptoes doing that.
She can't do a lot of wrestling moves, people, but the one she can do, by
fantastic.
God, can she do? It's the legs. I'm telling you, because she's got that kind of model figure, you know, where her legs are like that little bit longer than they should be.
And when she pops, and like I said, it's the bridge. It's just.
I think they need to get her doing more. I think due to
female version of Taz.
Yes, like you need to turn her into a suplex machine, because it's just the height and her legs on it. She's just, and especially because of the height difference she has with most women on the roster, she's just able to pop it. It's great. Best fisherman.
Some of the other noteworthy things about this match was Apollo Crews making the Stings fly, and then making
it's Sasha so impressive. Banks. I know I said it last week, but it's so impressive to see him throw a Singh brother through the air with the same velocity as an Orton.
But he also then made Sasha Banks fly by using her as a weapon at the Sings.
Yep.
Much to Graves. Graves just, look, I told you, trying to steal the spotlight.
This also leads me to believe that yet again we have proof that they have literally no idea what to do with Apollo Crews. Send them back to NXT.
Yeah.
Send them back to NXT.
Let him have fun.
Yes, it'd be brilliant. Or send them over to NXT UK.
Okay, the next matchup had one of the most last week, the man with kids, the man
Kyle
who needs
left the band.
No, Rhino left the band.
Oh yes, yeah.
Last week,
Rhino left the band.
Now
Never
he's on
getting
his
back
own.
together.
Okay,
Oh.
went different ways. Heath Slater is now employed as a referee by Baron Corbin, and his first match was between...
Corbin's not understanding, didn't understand.
Anyway.
Made Ledger a referee again.
Slater.
La 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 la. Oh yeah, Heath Slater, that's it, sorry.
Anyway,
Whoops.
I'm going to make this wrestler disappear.
Ta-da!
Somebody get that man an ambulance.
Yeah.
At a morgue. Anyway,
No more pencil in his eye than nothing.
Heath Slater as referee did his first match, and it was against it was between Elias and Leo Rush, and instantaneously Heath Slater is now getting pegged as the poor mark of a ref,
Yeah.
intimidated by Lashley into not DQing Leo Rush when Lashley blatantly gets himself involved in the match.
Yes, he does.
Rush would eventually win it, and Heath Slater, looking dejected with himself, would leave.
Head down.
Yeah.
Sad eat.
No.
Eat sad now.
After that, we had Alexa Bliss in the ring again, joined
Yeah.
by Nia, who
Which was a change. Not a
that?
good change,
Yeah.
but a change.
Nia is allowed to talk for a while.
I don't know why they do it.
Fortunately, it was interrupted by Ronda Rousey.
Also, what's this? Oh god, this is also confusing because the two of them were talking to each other like everything's completely normal. Don't they hate each other? Wasn't she all like doing the "oh you're a fatty fat" and then she?
Apparently, things change when
Yeah.
one of them becomes a boss. I don't know.
I don't get it.
Anyway, Ronda Rousey thankfully interrupted things, didn't talk all that much, thank the gods.
She's better than Nia. Like I can actually listen to Rosie talk. Nia just like it's like there's someone standing in front of her with an auto cue, just like these are the words you need to say now, Nia.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of partially the problem.
Yeah. She's a
Ro-
robot.
Yeah, Rosie's backed up by Ember Moon. They clear the ring, and this leads to a match between Ember Moon and Tamina, which is
Acceptable.
yeah, it's a match.
Yeah, it's a match. It's as good a Tamina match as you're ever going to get.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way.
Okay, last but not least, on Raw this week, we had Baron Corbin against Rollins. Like we said, it was advertised at the start of the
Yeah.
show.
Featuring-
We have our TLC match. Come on.
Heath Slater.
Yeah, Heath is black out as the ref, and we know it's not going to be a fun day because he tried to leave earlier, and Corbin was like, no, I got another job for you.
Yeah.
And
Oh, there's coercion in the backstage.
yeah. So basically, Heath Slater is from now on Corbin's bitch, and will do as
Yeah.
told if he wants to keep his job and feed his kids.
Yeah, because don't forget, he's got kids.
Yeah, which in this case means helping Baron Corbin set up ladders and stuff in the TLC match, and then pushing Seth
Yeah.
Rollins off of the ladder in the TLC match.
And then trying to lug a wild Baron Corbin and a wild unconscious Baron Corbin up a ladder
Yeah,
in the TLC match.
yeah.
Which I'll give the man credit. He
Fair play
lugged
to
that
Heath
man.
Slater, yeah.
He lugged that man up a ladder.
He has. I'm actually looking forward to seeing him on Raw next week, just to see. I can see them doing this whole build-up, and eventually he snaps like a giant Britain twig, and for the first time in ages, you once again have a referee in the ring defending himself as a wrestler, because it's happened, but not since the 90s.
Yeah, because in the 90s it was decided that referees die upon contact.
I think it all depends on the referee.
That's the Raw wrap up anyway, I would imagine.
Yeah, pretty much.
So wrapped up, meat in a bag.
Do we want to do a bit of music, or will we just move straight into SmackDown?
We'll do a bit of music.
Okay. Since this Raw revolved around Scapegoat Corbin, we decided we were going to play his theme song.
The good one.
That he has now.
The good one.
The good one.
The good one.
Back in a bit.
Can you open up the stream on YouTube just so I can see? Or dies all one word. See if there's any others, because there wasn't one. Nope.
minutes on SmackDown. Should be good.
Yeah. Like SmackDown was good, but it wasn't loads of like standout stuff.
Yeah.
Brian and Mustafa Ali was something I never knew I wanted in my life.
No, to be fair, like,
Oh no, I knew. Oh, the minute I saw him walk to the ring, I was like, this is going to be awesome. But it was never a combination I put together in my brain. Do you know what I mean?
well then, I'm in a radio studio. What's up? I'm sleeping because there are some bananas and stuff. So I have to get up early for a meeting, and I'm not going to drink if that's what you're asking me. Also, I have to hang up because I'm in a radio station before the show. Alright, I'll show you quick.
Rob.
He turned up at my house with a bottle of whiskey and a bottle of tequila and 4 cans of Desperado Wednesday night.
Tell him to show up at my house.
Actually, he rang me. I was in the door from here. He rang me just as I was fucking sitting down. I saw the drink, I'm drunk, I kicked out of the house, I need to get drunk.
Tell him to come to my house.
He was in a hotel.
Tell him to come to my house.
You don't want to be.
I'll drink you with a bottle of tequila.
It's all well and good until he starts to start getting, I can kill everyone.
Fisherman suplex.
He's alright, to be fair. It's just sometimes he drinks too much and he gets very argumentative. He's one of these people that there are days when you can't have him.
Fisherman suplex. That's my answer to everything now.
Are we playing music after doing stuff for SmackDown? Nah, fuck, we just roll straight.
No. We'll move straight into NXT.
Seconds less.
I missed that thing.
And welcome back. That was Superhuman, which was the original theme song for Baron Corbin when he came out to the most metal theme in wrestling at the time. And Aleister Black came out and literally blew it out of the water.
Yeah, the good theme tune. I remember when that changed on SmackDown and I literally cried a little.
Yeah, I was like,
Why? Crap.
Damn it. Speaking of SmackDown, moving on to it, and SmackDown opened up with a fantastic fragging match.
Oh, it was so good. Sorry, SmackDown opened up with a... Man, if anyone pitched me vegan, eco-friendly heel, I would have been like, that's going to be crap. But no, I was wrong. He's the fucking best goddamn heel.
Actually, to be honest, vegan, eco-friendly heel seems like the perfectly logical thing to do in this day and age when all that stuff is getting rammed down our throats.
Yes.
It's like, I am right about everything. Do what I tell you to do.
But this is why Brian's awesome. He's got like his finger on the pulse. I don't know. Anyway, it was brilliant. I particularly like, which I mentioned at the start of the show, I loved the line where he basically said, you all sit here in the house that AJ Styles, or on the couch, you all sit here like parasites on the couch in the house that AJ Styles built. Oh, yeah. God damn it, Brian. Why are you so... Oh, yeah. I made my face. That's how good that promo was.
Okay then. He ends up getting interrupted mid-promo by Mustafa Ali.
Unexpectedly. Highly unexpectedly.
Yeah.
Although it does show me some bad signs for 205 Live, because there's a lot of 205 Live. Yeah. Oh no, I've been saying it and with you, but I'm saying it's very much in effect now. They're all moving up somewhere else. Where are they going to put Buddy Murphy?
Wherever they want.
He'll be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they let him.
If they let him. He'd be, they could do with a nippy heel on Raw. Oh, they got too many heels on Raw, actually, come to think about it.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, like I said, Mustafa Ali interrupts Daniel Bryan, and we get a really, really good match with
it was so good.
Ad breaks to kind of take away from things. But anyway, yeah.
It was mostly through the ad break, which was disappointing.
Yeah.
Like as in, ordinarily they'd open up with a women's match or a tag match, which ends during the ad break, but they kind of have it timed so just the miscellaneous trundling along kind of stuff was happening during the ad break, but there was some serious action during the ad break.
Yeah.
It's very hard to watch it while there's a massive burger from Burger King on the other side of the screen, because it's like, oh, I really like this wrestling, but it's 2 a.m. and I'm really fucking hungry.
I just kill the sound and try to concentrate on the
Drool
match.
at the burger.
No. Anyway, where have I gone? There it is. Yeah, after this we had the rap battle.
Look, I won't lie to you, I liked this. I thought it was, for what you were expecting going in, I thought it was great. Although it was exactly what you were expecting, because the 2 white guys can't rap, and the Usos, as we all know, can rap very well.
Although it was cool that the 2 white guys that can't rap tried to not rap with a song done by 2 white guys.
I loved that he came down with the Kangol hat and his mohawk cut up through the top of it.
Scotty Too Hottie.
It was very Scotty Too Hottie. I thought that was amazing. It was absolutely brilliant. And they did their rap.
Ice Shamey.
Bung digga dung digga dung dung. I said ice shamey. That was great. And then the Usos, obviously, as you're expecting, carry them, where they managed to wrap up in what did they manage to mention? They managed to
Cesaro getting his face bust in.
Cesaro getting his face bust in. They managed to rap about Sheamus being in the Turtles movie.
Yeah.
They managed to pull in the Kayfabe fight they had on what's his name? Woods. What's Woods' first name? Xavier Woods, thank you. I had Elijah Wood in my head and I was like, that's definitely not the right guy. There was some battle they had on Xavier Woods' YouTube channel, up, down, the video game thing. They managed to tie that in there. What was the other one? There was another one that literally floored Xavier Woods, like he hit the ground laughing during it. It was just, I could listen to the Usos rap all day, to be honest. I thought it was cute, for lack of a better description.
The end result was the Bar getting annoyed, going for the Usos, missing, getting thrown out of the ring. The Usos end up going for the New Day.
And then the Bar come back in and murder
everyone. Everybody!
Yeah. The Bar!
We don't set the bar.
We are the Bar! The Bar!
Arr.
I like how Cesaro kind of puts on an Irish accent when he says it.
I think he does. Yeah.
He does, because it sounds super Irish when the two of them say it together, and a Swedish guy and an Irish guy shouldn't really make double the Irish. The Bar!
The next segment we had was The Miz in ring with Shane McMahon, and once again, be my best.
Why won't you be my tag partner?
So they end up setting up a match against, this time it's the Vegas
I also
Boys.
like how Miz just seems to be able to book matches now willy-nilly on the show.
Or is he? You see, he brings in the Vegas Boys and Shane McMahon beats them. I say Shane McMahon because Miz stood on the outside for the entirety of the fragging match.
Yeah. I actually haven't seen... Oh, no, that's not true. Actually, never mind.
And then we get the Vegas Boys backstage invoicing Paige for their services as she's in the middle of giving the ref grief for going down and doing a match on the Miz's say-so. Which later on leads to Shane McMahon confronting the Miz going, you paid guys to jump me and a ref to get in a match. What the hell is your problem?
I'm just trying to show you we can be the best tag team in the world.
But it's more than that. Miz is turning around going, you have that belt. You won that trophy. You're a McMahon. I need you to be the best. I need you to be your inner McMahon. Oh.
It's weird because it's like it's face Miz, but he's backing what I would imagine seems to be a very predominantly heel McMahon.
He's trying to tough love Shane into being Vince.
Yeah.
With the Miz as 2/3 best in the world with him.
Yeah. 2/3 Vince.
Well, no.
No, wait, how's that? No, that doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't. Because then you have a.
Although now that they're on to like clone, now that they're on
33.3 chance.
now that they're on to like clone 6 of Shane McMahon, there's a good chance that Miz is more biologically related to Vince than the robots are.
No, they're all bioclones. It's all, McMahon DNA.
Oh yeah. Just with robots underneath it.
Well, kind of. I think they might have. I think that depends on the version. The mechanics work great this time.
Robots in McMahon. Zzz.
Oh, I've got a joke in my head. I'm not saying it on air.
It's Stephanie, isn't it? God damn it.
Anyway.
You're a dirty man.
I said nothing. Promo-wise, we also had Randy Orton in the ring, claiming that he's going to kill Rey Mysterio, because Rey Mysterio is always going to be his victim. And then,
Randy Orton coming in and talking up chairs highly.
Yeah, and then to be
you
fair...
can't beat a good chair.
To be fair, from out of nowhere, a wild Rey Mysterio appears
Yeah, he
and
did.
batters Orton with a
He
chair.
battered him around the place. It
He
was all
did.
good. And it was good to see he's got over that trachea injury, obviously, because he's not wearing a bandage on his neck anymore.
Very true.
I'm super happy about that.
Yeah.
Especially because that's not how you medically treat a trachea injury. Just to repeat again, it's not how you... Anyway, if you are anyone from WWE watching, that's not... Like, you have medical people working for you. I don't know how... No one in the back was like, I don't know what you're trying to portray on screen here. I know this is 4 weeks ago and this happened, but I can't help it.
I think we've already well established that when it comes to the intelligence of the audience, fans, or universe, apparently as they
How
have
does
to
breaking
say.
his trachea and not breaking the skin above the neck, putting a bandage on to fix it? Vince.
We
Roll
need,
tussin and a bandage, that's all you need.
they need some form of physical representation to show people that it's hurt, because nobody's actually going to care about the fact that that's not actually how you actually treat an actual injury that's actually happened that actual way. Anyway,
That was a lot of actual.
it was, yeah, I thought it was necessary. We had Rusev teaming with Jeff Hardy to take on Shinsuke, Cock Nakamura, and Samoa Joe.
Who wears blue now? Shinsuke.
Yeah,
I don't know, do I like it?
he's on SmackDown, it makes sense.
Yeah, I know,
He's wearing red
but
on Raw.
if they're going to change the colour of his outfit, change the colour of his intro. His intro is still all right.
Yeah, it was an alright match. It was
It's as good as you're going to get with those 4 guys in the ring.
yeah. Ends up with Rusev and Hardy taking the win.
Yeah.
Right. The last bit of business for SmackDown is what I was waiting for since last fragging week. The Empress.
Asuka and the Queen. Empress and the Queen having a match, and then the man is going to sit down at ringside and give crap to everyone.
After the
That was a great match, by the way.
it was, yeah.
It was a great match.
After WrestleMania and the whole thing there,
That whole debacle where everyone universally thought the Asian was going over.
because she should have. 'cause-
She should have.
Anyway, this time, Asuka proves wholeheartedly that she is 100% not to be fracked with.
Oh yeah.
A really good match, which ends up with Charlotte deciding, screw this, for a tough spin. I'm
She
gonna go
goes for the Ronda.
ultra-violence.
Yeah, she goes for the Ronda offensive that she did with Ronda. I can't beat her, so I'm just going to smash her with things till she stops moving.
Yeah, starts wailing Asuka with a kendo
Yeah.
stick.
And then Asuka got possessed by her inner Sandman.
Well, you see, hang on a second. First, you had Becky Lynch getting involved
Well, yeah.
because, I think Charlotte said something to Becky, and Becky just got up and punched.
Yeah, well, you don't even need to say anything to Becky these days. You just need to look at her in the wrong direction and she'll give you shit.
Yeah, got up, punted Charlotte, and then started wailing her with the stick, and then it was a melee, and then from out of nowhere, Asuka.
She came in, punted Charlotte, and before she got in, tweeted Charlotte's mum and gave her shit on Twitter, and then came in. Because she doesn't do anything anymore unless she's giving someone shit on Twitter first. It's amazing. I love it.
I fully expect that whole Corey Graves thing to escalate uncontrollably.
She must literally wake up these days and just get up in the morning and be like, cup of coffee, that's all good, got my OJ, okay, it's 9 a.m. in the morning.
Dude,
time
you're
to
lucky.
start,
You're lucky if I
time,
bother.
to, time to start giving people crap.
You're lucky if I bother checking Facebook messages in the morning. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't understand it. Anyway, yeah, things break down, and it ends up with Asuka taking a kendo stick and reigning supreme by, as the boys on
Yeah,
Wrestling Talk
and
said,
then you
channeling
have-
her inner Sandman.
Yeah.
The second coming of Sandman. That was
Yeah, and then you have Asuka standing on the table holding the kendo stick above her head. And,
You know,
like,
all
as
this
visual
Mexican
imagery
vibes.
goes, yet again, this was amazing.
Yeah.
You have Becky Lynch just doubled over the table unconscious. You've got Charlotte on the floor, buckled in bits, and
Yeah.
Asuka just standing there, and the entire crowd going mental behind her. And it was a beautiful thing to see, because that little lady got half a push, and then they forgot about her, and they need to finish the push because
She didn't get a half a push. She got a major push, and then she ran into a Flair.
goddamn flares.
I'm not losing the belt. Why? What's my second name?
I've got a name that you don't.
That's honestly.
He's cleared for taking bumps again, by the way. Speaking of flares, did you read this?
I was going to ignore it.
Oh, you did see it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say something, Rick.
You're
You did a great job, but just because you're cleared to do them doesn't mean you should do them. Yeah.
Although I suppose I could see him getting thrown around a ring while wearing a suit, and then Sharon has to come down and defend his honor.
Oh, that'd be very bad.
I can see that being what they're going to do.
That's not the.
Or he gets thrown around the ring and some male buddy superstar comes down and defends his honor. You don't do that to a legend, I'm going to smash you in the face.
No, if anyone's going to... No, like, if that angle is going to happen, it should be Charlotte comes down and... Well, depending on who's fucking him around the ring.
That's my point.
You wouldn't know.
Okay, as I said, that pretty much wraps up things with SmackDown. So
Yeah,
we're just...
Smack, she's great.
Yeah, we're
Smack, bloody amazing. Smackalicious.
Smackalicious.
Smackalicious. It was
Okay.
bloody good. I like the way Truth and Carmella just showed up for a random dance break in the middle of a match.
You know, I'm so used to them doing
What
that.
was it, Jeff
actually
Hardy? It was
registers.
the Hardy and Nakamura. It was the tag team match. Literally in the middle of the match, everything stops. And Carmella and Truth just come out. Dance break. Gone.
You know, it wouldn't be surprised to learn that they actually have permission to do that whenever they want without needing to tell anyone.
Vince just gave him the key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Truth, go have fun.
Here's
Okay.
here's the button.
Okay.
You're allowed to push the button.
But remember, Truth, this is your button, okay? This is your thing for now, okay? You can do whatever you want, but this is it.
I want more crazy him trying to get title shots because his ways of getting into the title
Oh my
picture.
God,
The
that
man's
one-
a genius.
That one with fucking... What exactly did I learn from here? Well, you learn how to get yourself inside into a main event. Now, didn't you, son?
What is it you're trying to do? No, what was it? He was like, that's how you get it. That's how you get a title match, boy.
No, it was like fucking Ty Dillinger.
Ty
That was
Dillinger,
it.
yeah.
Like,
What are
Truth
you-
pops up and Ty's
What
like,
are
what
you
are you
doing? Getting
What
myself a title match, boy.
What exactly are you supposed to be teaching me? Well, for one thing, how to get yourself a title shot in the main event, boy. And you see,
boy.
and then Norma Dillinger's kind of like, motherfucker's right.
Is it? I just went out and started shit with one guy, and then started shit with the other guy, and then
He
they
started shit with Carmella. I'm gonna get up, going on about the women's title.
From
Everyone's
what I
like,
understand, if I
the-"
pin this lady, I get me
I
a
don't-
title shot.
No, what? No, he managed to confuse people so much that he got himself. It was brilliant, absolute brilliance.
It's so good.
Which is why he got his red button.
Yeah, it's because they don't script him,
Yeah, probably.
and there's a lot of wrestlers they shouldn't script. Just let them do their thing.
Give them a general idea and let them off. Which I feel is probably what happens in most of the NXT stuff, to be honest. which is
Oh,
nice.
most certainly.
NXT this week started off with the Undisputed in the ring, firstly bad-mouthing EC3, and also claiming themselves to be the centre of NXT. Everything in NXT revolves around us.
It does that. He does that.
Yeah. Then EC3 had a bit of an issue with this, and you have a match between himself and Bobby the Terminator Fish.
Yeah, who also took out his leg.
Again.
Yeah, no, but that's what I mean. Is it was kind of a grudge match as well because it was the
Yeah, the chair shot at the crap
it was
of
the battle of
EC3's
the
leg.
bad knees there a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. EC3 would get the victory. Unfortunately, inevitably, Undisputed would jump EC3. And then from out of nowhere, Heavy Machinery appears to throw people everywhere.
Not literally out of nowhere because they were giving them a lot of crap last week.
Yeah, I know. Undisputed actually.
We actually
mentioned-
forgot to mention that last week.
Well, Undisputed did mention the Heavy Machinery when they were on about the We Run NXT and they think they got a title shot, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, you had Heavy Machinery and EC3 literally picking up and throwing Undisputed around the place.
I feel Heavy Machinery have. I feel all of this stuff that was supposed to be going on was for War Raiders now at the moment because it just makes sense as to why Heavy Machinery are the ones that got slotted in there.
Well, they had title shots before War Raiders, right?
I know, but it's just with Hansen
Well,
being
yeah,
so
well, they're all
buckled up.
brutal.
It's just if you look at the aggressiveness of the way the storyline's working on their side, it just seems very much like that was booked for War Raiders, except that Hansen literally broke himself.
Yeah.
Like literally broke himself, like injured. What was it? Broken ribs,
Broken
ruptured
ribs,
spleen,
spleen.
torn ligaments in the back of his leg.
If there was something that could be done to...
Yeah, I think he literally fucked his entire body up during that match.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Next up, we had the Mighty
It was
the
good.
Mighty versus Larkin and Birch.
Oh, it was so good.
What a team!
So good. Because the Mighty are very good at being heels. And people
Yes.
like watching heels get punched in the face.
And Larkin
And when you
and
see
Birch do
Larkin
that
and Birch
really,
walk down to a
really
ring, you know someone's
somebody's
going to
getting
get punched in the face. Hard.
and headbutted
Hard. And real.
The
Real.
governor, Danny Birch.
The head of steel.
At one point, Nigel called him, what was it? Jason Statham's body double, just as he jumps off the top rope to missile dropkick one of the mighty.
I'd actually bloody well, I'd buy that.
After he said it, I kind of looked and went, Mother Fragger is right.
It could be, except he doesn't move like Jason Statham.
No, a bit stockier.
No Jason Statham stock here.
I peg Jason Statham as being more athletic than
No, Jason
Birch.
Statham's way bigger than Birch.
Build-wise though, more athletically built.
Bigger.
You can be bigger and still be athletic.
He's more athletically built, and I meant he doesn't move like him, like as in Birch is like a fighter kind of guy,
Yeah.
and Statham is native martial arts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's two different, like Statham has this level of fluidity to him, it's like watching water move until it hits you in the face.
Whereas Danny Birch is like trying to go up against a stocky dock worker who's just a mountain of...
It's
I'm
like
gonna
watching a
break you.
wall move at you.
Hi there! Bang! Bang! Bang!
Hey, is that wall getting closer? Oh.
You would appreciate this, that book I was reading earlier on, the funny one.
The Blood Bowl?
Yeah.
Ball?
Yep.
Brawl?
Yeah,
Blood Bowl?
Blood Bowl. At once, a character decides to go nuts, runs, jumps up to headbutt a rat ogre, and the exact line was, Dwarf fans and Norse fans swooned like little schoolgirls at the perfection of the headbutt that he delivered. And I feel that that's an apt description for Danny Birch and Dorkin.
It is, because
It's just...
there's a level of amazingness when a headbutt's delivered properly.
Yeah.
And he delivers it properly.
They both do.
Because you hear,
Yep. Correct.
and then it's the velocity the bodies fly back at it afterwards is what sells it. But
Lorcan and Birch would end up taking that match, naturally enough, because they deserve to.
and because jaws eventually break.
Yeah, true. We had a bit of a promo thing with Dakota Kai and Io Shirai, who are basically ready for a fight when it comes to Jessamine Duke and Schaefer.
Yeah, Marina Shafir.
Thank you. I keep forgetting her fracking name.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're going to be getting tag team action there soon enough. Lacey Evans was...
It's about bloody time as well because they've been just causing loads of crap and yet to have a match.
Yeah. Lacey Evans was announced as having gotten her place in the upcoming Fatal 4-Way match to determine the
Yeah,
number one
during a
contender.
house show or something.
Yeah, she beat Xia Li. I'm not going to lie, I'd like to see that match because I think Xia Li does some awesome stuff in the ring and I'd like to see more of her. For this week though, we've already established that Bianca Belair is in the number one contenders.
Yeah.
She's joined by Lacey Evans.
Mm-hmm.
There was a match on NXT between Maya Yim and Renee Gonzalez. Reina Gonzalez. I have to apologise because I forgot her name when we were talking about her in the Mae Young Classic. Do you remember I was on about there was a match between your one that won the American Ninja thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Reina Gonzalez that she was up against. Reina is 6 foot, properly proportioned, a large, muscly girl is the best way of putting it. And the American Ninja chick, when she tried to cover Reina, she was lifting her leg, and it was actually the width of her body. It was hilarious. But in this match, it was Mia Yim and Reina Gonzalez doing...
Who Miriam's equally as big, because Miriam's got the power.
Yeah, and real good, solid, hard-hitting match.
Oh yeah, some great suplexes in there as well.
Yeah.
And the kicks. Oh, the kicks.
Which is what Mia Yim concentrates now on, since she doesn't do the high-flying game after... No.
I love how I don't do the high flying game since I broke my leg,
So
but I
just
do
kick
kick people with the broken leg.
Different forms of impact. You've got
Yeah,
more-
well, from a man with a dodgy knee, I can tell you I can kick someone, but to jump off something high,
would be a no-no.
I can do it. It's just that I'll hate myself afterwards.
Well, I imagine Mia Yim is probably the same way
Yeah.
now. NXT this week finished up with a fantastic surprise.
Oh, did ya?
Ricochet, we have been told the entire time, had agreed to basically an open challenge, I guess is the best way of putting it.
I liked how Michael and kept reminding, going, "Oh, remember how bad it went for Seth Rollins when he had this open challenge? It's not a good idea."
And even Ciampa comes out and says, "You know that whole open challenge thing? I'm not doing that. That's stupid."
Yeah, he was
You'll
that's
never
going
get
to
me to
bite
do
you
that.
in the ass.
You never get me doing that.
Yeah,
So
because
Ricochet,
random people are now just show up at NXT now.
well, that's just it. I mean, Ricochet comes out, he's ready for his match, and then all of a sudden, from out of nowhere, Prince Fraggin' Pretty.
Yeah, a familiar theme tune, but not heard in a very long time rings through. And then the whole crowd goes crazy, and then you see a very nice smile on Ricochet's face because he realizes, oh crap, I got a match in my hands here.
Yeah, because in NXT, Tyler Breeze is
In
actually not to be
NXT, Tyler
fucked with.
Breeze is allowed to wrestle, and in NXT, Tyler Breeze defies gravity as much as Ricochet does. And in NXT, he's
Tyler Breeze
goddamn
is
good looking.
gorgeous.
Goddamn gorgeous. is what
so
it is.
is the match.
So is the match. So is Ricochet. If you have any ladies that you know that don't like wrestling and you want to get them into wrestling,
just have a
this
match.
is the
Ricochet
match.
versus Tyler Breeze.
This is
That'd
the
be like-
match. Or any EC3 match, evidently, as well, will make the ladies swoon.
He is a large ball of muscle, I admit.
He's the epitome of 80s wrestler.
You know the way he says he's the top 1%? I theorise that might be his body fat count. 0.1%.
I doubt he even has 0.1%.
Yeah.
I'd say he's one of those guys that loaded up and then built it up.
Yeah, maybe.
Load it up, build it up, load it up, build it up. Oh crap.
Yeah. As you were saying, NXT basically finished with a fantastic match. Tyler Breeze being allowed to do stuff so awesome that the crowd was chanting, "This match is gorgeous."
We're running out of
Really
time,
was.
so we're just going to
Kick straight into music because
watch that match, by the way, though. It's so good.
we're not going to tell
Because
you.
we don't have a chance to describe it to you. Watch it.
We're not going to tell you who the winner is. We're just going to play some music.
Yeah.
Hooah.
Okay, what do we need to talk about on NXT UK? It's okay. There was a good discussion going, dude. Yeah, but it's a wrestling talk show, so when there's a good conversation going, you need to keep it, you can't keep it regimented.
Match boys, Morgan Webster against Eichner. Isla Dawn
That was so
versus-
good.
Isla Dawn versus Killer Kelly. She calls out Rhea Ripley at the end of it.
Yeah, that was also really good, actually. Actually, I was very impressed with that Killer Kelly match because she honed Killer Kelly for the whole fucking match, basically.
I was expecting more of a fight out of Kelly.
Yeah, so was I. But they seem to be pushing Isla on.
I don't mind that. It's just depending on who they're doing it at the expense of. Because Killer Kelly, I think, is one of those.
Yeah, but they did it smart with Kelly where she fucked up the knee, so it wasn't that Killer Kelly couldn't go, it was that she fucked up the knee and she kept going for the knee.
Yeah.
So when the little Portuguese kick machine's main offense is kicking people, and you take out one of her legs, although that running basement drop kick she hit her with in the corner was astoundingly strong.
I'm going to let this go for another minute or so. It's
Yeah.
actually nearly 5 minutes. We're just me and you. Okay, Isla Dawn, Killer Kelly. Kenny Williams and Amir Jordan versus Gibson and Drake.
We could actually skim through that pretty quick.
Joe Coffey versus Trent Seven.
Need to talk about that.
Show 2. Ashton Smith and Nagaro versus Gaddis.
Need to talk about that as well.
Jack Stars versus Joseph Connors.
That's a pretty good match, but you could skim through that.
Ginny and Zaya Brookside. Good gods, what I wouldn't do to Zaya Brookside wouldn't be worth mentioning.
I did the same things to Rhea Ripley, but I'd have to ask her permission first, or she could just tell me no.
Yes.
If it's okay with you,
Sorry.
I'd like to do these things to you.
Yeah. Or, yeah.
Please don't hurt me.
Or do, but only in these specific ways.
I know I feel if you're going to say hurt me, just go for it.
For me, it's about the type of pain.
I'd fade it out on the next one and only for you. Or just fade it out there, that's fine.
And we're back. Yeah, I will just fade it out there. I thought it worked.
That's fine. I want to sit in the space seat someday.
Space seat?
Yeah, the control center.
Ah, right. But you do it all the time when we're in the other studio.
Yeah,
okay?
I know,
This
but
is
the
my
other
turn.
studio is just my keyboard. This is like got dials and...
I used 4 of them, maybe.
Yeah, I know, I'll use all 8.
But you're not supposed to.
When have I ever done what I'm supposed to?
This is true. Anyway, we're going to have to blow through NXT UK really quick because we're running out of time.
Going to say, opening up, there was just loads of really, really good matches.
Yeah.
As per usual.
Flash Morgan Webster got his, he got his
No, he got
revenge
his
on
vengeance.
Fabian Eichner. A really, really good match.
Oh, it was so good.
I like seeing Eichner in the ring. I'm not going to lie. I can see him.
When you and I, since he Polka evolved and showed up in NXT, we were like, he's going somewhere.
Yeah, pretty much. And this match is another goddamn awesome proof of why. Like I said, Webster gets his vengeance.
Yeah.
Isla Dawn versus Killer Kelly. I was expecting more out of Killer Kelly, I guess, but they are talking up Isla Dawn, so...
Yeah, there
And
seems
you
to be an
pointed out-
Isla Dawn push, and I don't think Killer Kelly lost a lot of face here because she took a knee injury very early in the match, and
when you
then
said that,
Isla
it
Dawn,
was-
Isla Dawn, who's also a bit of a submission artist, just went to town on the knee, and then she's also a little kick machine, not unlike... I actually thought it was going to be a kick match out of the two of them.
It started off that way, but yeah.
Started off that way, but then she just worked the knee. She got a very nasty knee/heel hook in.
Yeah.
And it looked legit painful, like.
The end result is obviously Isla Dawn winning.
And calling out Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, calling out Rhea Ripley, and Rhea's kind of like, yeah, all right, whatever, let's go.
Mm.
Kenny Williams and Amir Jordan versus grizzled young veterans, aka Zach Gibson and James Drake.
Now this is all for the tag team titles, where everyone needs to impress Johnny Saint. And
yeah, everyone's trying to. There was a bit at the start whereby it's kind of like
the underlying storyline going into this as well is that Kenny and Amir are on the same tag team, but they can't seem to get on the same page and all of this, and they're very.
Amir's always dancing around.
He's always dancing. Kenny's a fun guy as a wrestler, but when he gets down to the ring, he likes to get business.
Yeah.
And Amir's always dancing around, and that doesn't work. And the other story then is that grizzled young veterans
are a tag team,
unified and a tag team, and then as you would expect,
pick up the win.
Now Kenny and Amir had a great opening, and it was a real hardcore going, and then the two boys like woke up or something and just broke them in several different directions. That finisher, they have the ticket to mayhem, the wheelbarrow code breaker.
Yes.
Oh my God, dude! When he hit that, I was like, "There's no way to land that without breaking your face." Anyway, ouchies. Anyway, moving on.
Next up, we had more vengeance as Joe Coffey takes on Trent Seven.
This was amazing.
You had the rest of Gallus down at ringside, but you also had
Tyler Bate
down at ringside. Things did degenerate, but to be fair, Tyler Bate and the rest of Gallus end up leaving.
Yeah, ringside. Just battling up the ramp and off out the thing.
So you get a really, really good, straight up, honest one-on-one match between Trent Seven and Joe Coffey.
There was a great shark in the water moment because knee injuries were the theme with episode 1 of NXT this week.
Yeah.
Because Trent Seven was going for a suplex and he reversed out of it, but kind of buckled his knee as he landed down. And then the reason I'm mentioning this specifically is because it was just the look on Joe Coffey's face when he saw the knee injury, because he saw the knee buckle and it was like a shark with blood in the water.
Gotcha.
Literally, you could see he was just pointing at his leg. He's like, "Know what I'm doing."
Now you're mine.
Yeah, and he, in credit to him, he did know what he was doing, and yes, he was his, because he literally just went, "Knees,
yeah,
let's just kick the knees and hit the knees and buckle the knees and strap the knees and do whatever you need to knees."
Yeah, so that saw Joe Coffey actually enough taking
winning. Yeah, which is good because I actually it's nice to see them get over. Not that they're not over, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. On to show 2 or episode 16, whatever way you want to look at it. More tag team action as Ashton Smith teams with Legado to take on Gallus. In this case, Mark, Coffey, and Wolfgang.
Yeah, this was a thrown together tag team just to let Gallus come out and murder some people.
Yeah, but it's also because, like you said, they're trying to talk up the tag divisions. Gallus, like you said, picking up the win, but decent enough.
There's also the tag belts got announced as well, which is why it was very tag heavy 2 episodes as well.
Yeah, I feel there's probably a tournament or at the end of things next week.
There's a tournament or something working up, yeah.
We saw Jack Stars taking on Joseph Connors. Joseph Connors is being built up, I think, as this like vicious heel, and it works really well.
Judas. You are Judas.
After that whole thing with Huxley. Actually, that was another T-Bone Tyson and Jungle Jesus Saxon Huxley have gotten together to be a tag team.
It's Tarzan Jesus.
Oh, right, my apologies.
Tarzan Jesus.
Yeah, they've gotten together to be a tag team. There's a couple other tag teams that are floating around.
But you forget how dangerous Huxley's actually made out to be, because all you have going through your head is Tarzan Jesus, and then he comes out and cuts a promo in his actual character, and you're like, oh, I get it now.
You're psycho. Great.
Yeah, you're kind of like the Luke Owens. No, not Luke Owens. Luke. He's part of the Wyatt family.
Okay.
You know, the big dude with the black hair. It's gone out of my head.
Yeah. Harper.
Luke Harper. Yeah, who's Luke Owens? I don't.
Yeah. Anyway. Next up, we had Ginny versus Brookside. Ginny won that. We were running out of time. So unfortunately, we can't talk about the fact that Bomber Dave Mastiff and Eddie Dennis had a street versus street match that was fragging brilliant. I'm not kidding, by the way.
Oh, yeah, no, it was absolutely amazing.
It was. Go watch it, because at the end of the day, Bomber Dave Mastiff has proven that it's his street that matters.
Yep.
And unfortunately, we're going to have to end it there because we're really running out of time. So thank you, everyone, for listening in. Thanks to Limerick City Community Radio, your city, your station, your voice, your willingness to let us come in.
Join us on the podcast next week for the Christmas party episode with people from the States as well.
Yeah, because we will not be back here, same wrestling time, same wrestling channel next week.
No, we'll be back on YouTube.
I was going to say we will be back on this on January the 11th, but before that, we will be on YouTube.
Yes.
Doing our Christmas special. But so for me, the Giz, and from Johnny Danger Deadly,
I'm outie!
See y'all later. We're going to play out with a bit of Dave Mastiff's track, and we shall see ye in 2019. Bye.
You got that done. It's even terrifying in photos.
And he's such a nice, well-spoken man.
Yeah, that's
The interview thing.
That's what it was.
He's such a happy person.
What's his face said? Oh God, what's the English commentator's name?
Radsey?
No, the commentator.
McGuinness.
Nigel McGuinness even said that. He was like, such a lovely bloke outside of the ring, but when he gets in it, woo!
You're gonna die.
Fuck, it got really hot in here near the end of the show, didn't it? Did you turn that on?
No, it's been on the whole time.
Then why did it only get super hot near the end of the show?
Because that's what happens when we're trying to rush things. The adrenaline's going,
No, what? No, this is before I realised we needed to rush things.
Okay, good. Yeah, okay. We're good.
We'll have a day next week where myself and Buzz and Roddy and Giz will be down and we'll be doing some wrestling and drinking. And our top 10 wrestling moments and things like that during the year. So make sure to join myself and Giz and Roddy. We'll post on the pages.
I'm making an executive decision because I could only come up with 9.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Wrestling moments, is it?
So my 10th bid is actually going to be 3 matches back to back.
Gargano Ciampa, obviously, is it? Yeah, it's very hard to split those 3.
I'm thinking,
Yeah.
I'm taking them as one event.
Yeah, it's very hard to split those 3. I like the way you're like making an executive decision / asking you is it okay if that goes okay. So
No, I said
executively,
personal.
yeah, executively it's fine. Yes, I will let that slide because it's very hard to separate them. It was all very one cohesive storyline. Well done, NXT. Right, say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, Giz. Shit, I never went through the Mae Young Classic to pick up matches. Well, I kind of did. I had that Tony Storm versus Io Shirai.
Well, that was the main.
Yeah.
So good. So good. Anyway.